it was as if you had two keepers there.
It's true.
So let me go back and finish what I'm talking about with YouTube. You can go to the Montgomery channel at www.youtube.com/Montgomery College. And there you're going to find links to numerous MCTV programs like The Locker Room and also past soccer, baseball, volleyball, and basketball games. Once again, that's www.youtube.com/Montgomery College for the Montgomery College channel on YouTube. Now, of course, if you don't want to watch TV on the internet, you can tune into Channel 10 on the Comcast cable system or the Verizon cable system and watch TV the old-fashioned way on an actual TV. And not only will you see a lot of sports programming on Montgomery College television, you're going to see shows like Campus Conversations and State of the Art, and there's a SEM lecture series that is excellent to watch. There's all kinds of great shows, Montgomery College Today. So all kinds of great programming, both over the air, on Comcast and Verizon, and also on the YouTube channel, the Montgomery College YouTube channel.
You know, that's international, and that has some of my favorite sports personalities. There's of course you, and there's Joe Thompson, outstanding basketball analyst. So it's a real treat to see some of the best in local Maryland sports when you tune in or log on to the Montgomery College channels.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to this winter when I get to work with Joe again. Of course, I love working with you, Sean, but there's only one Joe Thompson when it comes to basketball.
I'm not going to argue with that one bit.
And there is Joe.
So that's a consummate team player. You know, he's not too big to run a camera. You know, he's the best color commentator in the area for basketball. And here he is helping out the broadcast in soccer, doing an excellent job on the camera with all the other camera people.
Well, that's one of the things we do here at Montgomery College Television. Everybody does everything. And that's one of the things I think most of us love about it, is that there's never a dull moment. You're always doing something different.
Speaking of always doing something different, Malika Mickey, standing in the back on the defense, you see her on the bottom of the screen. She's been in the midfield. She's been in defense. She's been subbing in and out and making plays everywhere on the field. She's one of the kind of underrated stars of the game. You got to kind of look for people who are making an impact and winning possession and stopping goals when you're looking at a 0-0 game and seeing who's standing out.
Here's a good opportunity. Look out. And what is the call here? That was...
Looks like the ball didn't go in, and a little bit of a foul, being a little over-aggressive by Kara Cashin.
And I think she thought she had a goal. But, yeah, she definitely fouled there. But, boy, it hit the goalpost. Santiago. Oh, and then she gets roughed up there at the end of the play by Cashin.
Brittany Hansen, again, making an impact for Catonsville. This has been a really good substitution. Coach Walcott riding the hot hand right now, trying to get the ball on her foot a lot.
And all of a sudden, a lot of pressure on the Rockville defense. And pretty good clearance there by Masha Rutherford, trying to get it up to Quinones.
You know, Santiago hit the post with her body, but that is not going to stop her. She takes an impact. She told us a story. The team's very first game was actually a scrimmage this year, so her first game starting in net, and she took a cleat to the face and got a black eye. And the best part of that story was she didn't realize it was coming out this way, but she was happier to get a black eye and show that she was hurt on an aggressive play rather than potentially taking a penalty by diving at a player. And, you know, a PK is basically giving up a goal. So she was happier to get a black eye than cost her team a goal. And that's who you want as the last line of defense.
Boy, that is
team.
For sure. And she told me, she said, you know, I wore that black eye as a badge of honor the next game out. She says, you know, I was a little bit worried, but then I just said, you know what, I'm going to suck it up and play. And she said it didn't bother at all. She never gave it another thought. There's Guzman.
It's a questionable offsides.
Yeah,
but the
very questionable.
Side referee right on the call.
Yeah, he had a great look at it. We're going to see here if we can tell. Smet to Guzman.
Didn't look like offsides to me. It looked like Guzman had good patience waiting by the defender, Mickey.
I'd say that's a questionable call there, and that may have cost Rockville a good opportunity.
You know, it's one of those things, and coaches will look at that and say maybe that's a bad call, but Rockville's already had a couple offsides that spoke to their lack of execution, and that time they got it together, but referees start to see the same things over a game. So when coach is looking back at this tape, that might be one of her thoughts. Well, you know, if we were executing earlier, maybe we get that call.
We've played about 12 minutes here in the second half. We remain scoreless. And Rockville on their offensive end here.
It's like Kylie Harden getting some action from the wing.
Oh, Guzman with a good opportunity. Very physical down there. I'm sorry. There's the goal. There is a goal. And Rockville breaks through.
Julia Baker, right place, right time.
Right place, right time, which is exactly what Kelly Wakeman said about her. And she said it's not chance, it's not luck, it's a skill in soccer when you are in the right place at the right time.
You know, it's almost like, because that Baker, great goal scorer, almost like a great spot-up three-point shooter. She just gets there and she's ready to boot that thing in when it gets on her foot.
She had excellent pace on that ball too, Sean. That ball was hit hard.
And really off one touch on action forced by Orbe
and Guzman. So 1-0 Rockville.
But I don't think this is going to deter Catonsville. They're right back on the
attack.
attack.
No. Catonsville, it's like it made them mad. They are right back down there. Probably did make them mad. They're right back down there and putting the pressure on offensively. Guzman makes a nice play. Get it out to her teammate there, Trujillo. Nice footwork. And a nice clearance there to Smet. Look out, there's Harden.
Played away nicely by Muse, using her body position to get to that.
Muse has played very well in defense. Ooh, my goodness, a big collision out there at the center of the field. Rutherford. And looks like number 7, Autumn Heron, just banged into each other. Rutherford, you know, you look at Masha Rutherford, you say, nah, she's not a physical player. She's a finesse player. You couldn't be more wrong. She is a very physical player for Rockville.
And not only a physical player on the game, she is physical all the time. Her physicality in practice has leaked into the team culture. So you see players like the defensive players, Bowers and Galbraith, taking hits and sucking it right up.
Yeah, Coach Wakeman told us that when the other players got a load of the way that Masha Rutherford played, the physical nature of it, even in practice, that it was sort of infectious with the team. It became, they all kind of looked at it and said, wait a minute, you know, we can be more physical. This could help us. And sure enough, it has.
And those are things that are infectious and make good teams better, great teams, championship caliber teams. You can practice 5 days a week, but if you're just kind of doing the same thing, you're going to get better to an extent. But if your players set the tone and some of your best players set a certain tone, you're going to really pay dividends on that.